I also understand that you've spent a fair share of your life abroad. Okay, can you just bring us a little bit of a comparison which would speak for the better system which exists there than the one here?
First off, yes, I'm born and raised in the U.S. I came to India and I had a chance to go through some of the villages in Chamarajanagar to a lot of social movements much before I entered the cinema industry here in Karnataka, and that was my interest. But what we have to understand is that corruption is not something that is completely Indian. Corruption is something that's inherent in any society, even the most enlightened of something such as a Scandinavian society. And I'm telling you, and I can tell you, pretty honestly, that American society is kind of wrought with a lot of corruption, especially from the political angle. And when it comes politically, you're talking about high range of corruption. I mean, the difference between India and a country like the U.S. is that in the U.S., the corruption is relegated to high politics and election time like money, and then favors for the fact that like millions and millions of dollars are being invested. You don't see it on a day-to-day level. On a day-to-day level in countries like the U.S. and New Zealand, there is a certain element of kind of like, that's not mine, don't give it to me and I won't give it to you because you have to earn it, which you do see among a lot of the poor here and a lot of people here. But unfortunately here, it is much more glaring and in your face that a lot of stuff does go on. But there was a McCain-Feingold finance bill that came into play about 5 years ago, a little bit more in the U.S., which was a big deal. And then even in 2009, it came into play in England, which would still have a lot of like opposition. So for something like a government putting checks and balances on itself, which is what the Jan Lokpal bill is doing, not the normal Lokpal bill. The normal
to be accountable, that's what it does.
Absolutely, and the fact that they have to institute a measure to basically measure off themselves is something that is unprecedented, because why would anybody do that?
It's like digging your own grave.
Yeah, you want to dig your own grave, but the only reason that you can dig your own grave is if there's a large enough force and a large enough populace and there's a large enough resistance movement, which we are seeing today, and through the help of media, through the help of like leaders, and through the help of basically a very charged youth movement that was waiting for an opportunity and had a foundation in 2005 with the Right to Information Act. You see that coming to light. So I think that's a fantastic thing, and I think in a few years, I think we're on the right path, but this is just the first step.
Sure, and also, it's a notion. It's proved and tested and felt and experienced. Any developing country, well, while at that crucial juncture of development, goes through immense amount of corruption. Do you agree? United States went through it too. United States went through immense amount of corruption when it was just passing that